It is reported in Muslim sources that the Prophet had the marital contract on Aisha at the age of 6, and she moved to his household at the age of 9, i.e. an old man in his 50s marrying a child. Question of the age of Aisha at the time of marriage. While it appears in Bukhari, it is not words of the Prophet. You see, be careful. Muslims sometimes use the term hadith. Hadith can be used to refer to words of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and when you challenge that or raise an issue, it's a more serious issue. But hadith also has been used to refer to statements by the companions of the Prophet or people close to him like Aisha. None of these 3 hadiths in Bukhari is the word of the Prophet to start with. They're all attributed to statements made by Aisha. But the most interesting thing that I read myself in the Seerah of Ibn Ishaq, that is the biography of the Prophet, that's the most authentic one, used by East and West alike. Western scholars also refer to it. The most ancient and the most authentic one, which was edited by Ibn Hisham. But originally, the author is Ibn Ishaq. He mentioned casually in his chronology the early days of Islam, those who accepted Islam in the very early Meccan period. And then he says, it includes Abu Bakr. And we know this, the first man, adult, who accepted Islam was Abu Bakr. And then he talks about people who accepted Islam with the effort and invitation of Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr accepted and he started to spread it. And he mentioned casually, it includes names like Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, Abdurrahman ibn Auf, Uthman ibn Affan, and he says, and Asma and Aisha, daughters of Abu Bakr, and Aisha was young at the time. That's rather interesting, because we know that the contract, not the consummation, the contract of marriage was made in the last year of the 13-year Meccan period. And Aisha, her name appeared among the earliest Muslims who accepted Islam in the first year. So you add to that 12 or 13 years, and you add to that at least 3 years, a child to accept Islam. That seemed to point out that in all likelihood she was at least 16 and went to the household of the Prophet at the age of 19, not 6 and 9. Not 6 and 9.